suicidal behavior. So when suicides and suicide attempts are described in unhealthy and irresponsible ways in the media, this can lead to imitation or contagion. The phenomenon of copycat suicides is real. Harmful reporting and portrayal in the media, whether of celebrities or even of fictional characters, has been shown to increase suicide deaths. However, there's also this phenomenon called the Papageno effect that goes the opposite direction. So it's named after a character in Mozart's opera named Papageno, who was contemplating suicide but decided against it after receiving support from friends who helped manage the crisis. So the Papageno effect is the influence that media can have by responsibly reporting on suicide and presenting non-suicide alternatives to crisis. When we are able to communicate healthy narratives of coping, hope, and recovery, this has a protective effect. And this does not mean toxic positivity and dismissing difficult conversations about suicide. It's about communicating hope through the sharing of narratives of overcoming difficulties and the lessons they learn along the way. So when we post, we keep this in mind and are encouraged to add helpful resources such as links to health professionals, crisis hotlines, and groups that may provide support and help. Next, please. It is also important to use safe language online. We recommend avoiding the terms committed suicide, successful suicide, and completed suicide. So let's just avoid that altogether, as well as failed attempt, because this can cause confusion and can perpetuate greater stigma. We don't want people to be celebrating a completed or successful suicide. So it's confusing and it's against our messaging. Alternatively, we can use language that is clear and judgment-free. We can say that someone died by suicide, took their own life, or may nagpakamatay. Or if they survived an attempt, we can say that this was a suicide attempt. So clear, factual, like any other health condition. Next slide. So these recommendations are included in the policy of the Department of Health, Administrative Order 2022-0004 on the guidelines of ethical responsible reporting and portrayal of suicide. And since our topic today is about changing the narrative in media, it is important for all of us to know and be guided by this policy. So here are just some of the notes in that law, in that policy on what to do and what not to do. And I think some of this were mentioned earlier about not sensationalizing, not including methods, etc. Next slide.